Everybody, it is Kristen Joyner with Living Out South Realty, and I have a good little presentation for you today. We are 1 week into 2025, and we are going to talk about 2025 housing predictions. Most of the research is coming from the National Association of REALTORS. You've got a little bit of the Department of Labor in there as well. So let's go ahead and take a look and see what the data is telling us. Alrighty, so let's go ahead and take a look at the numbers and see what 2025 is going to bring us with the housing market. So housing sales for 2024 were approximately 4.6 million homes were sold. It is predicted that 2025 is going to bring us about a 10% increase of that number. It's going to push us a little bit over 5 million. And we haven't seen that number since 2019. So it will be interesting to see if that's the case. We're going to have a little busier year in the housing sector than we did this past year. Again, really quickly, economically, factors that affect home sales is we've got to have a good economy. We've got to have job stability. We need to make sure that the state, on the local level, that the area that we're selling homes in is attractive and that we also have good jobs in that particular area. Need to have an affordability factor. So we've got to get kind of a handle on inflation, make sure the interest rates are good. And also, we have to have a certain number of homes available to be able to purchase these homes. And these are all factors that are going to affect how many homes are sold. So since March of 2020, both Georgia and South Carolina has had an increase of jobs creation. And so South Carolina has done a little bit better, 9.5 than the state of Georgia. So both that was positive in both the news. Demographically, the unemployment rate in the state of Georgia is about 3.6, which is below the national average. And then in South Carolina, we have an unemployment rate that is slightly higher than the rate that is nationally. It is predicted in 2025 that our national housing cost or price is going to increase. So, and this is a pretty substantial increase from 355 to 405. Now, one thing that I love to see is both Georgia and South Carolina are below the national average, which means that our states have an affordability factor. So we, as agents, see a lot of people wanting to live here because their money can go a little bit further. They can get a little bit bigger and a little bit better house than other areas of the country. Interest rates have been in the headlines throughout 2024. We saw the highest rates this past year in March of 2024, and they have slightly declined. Today, I'm doing this presentation a week after the 1st, so January the 8th, and we are looking at interest rates right in the mid sixes. And so it is predicted that interest rates are going to be in the sixes for the entire year of 25. So what does that mean as far as a principal and interest calculation? So you can see here, if you purchase a home at $350,000, you've got about 5% down. You're going to have about a $2,200 payment, whereas if it's 6%, you're going to have just almost $2,100. So there's a little bit more than $100 difference there. So month supply nationally is just a little bit over 4. So we saw rates in 21 and 22, we saw inventory rates that are about a month's supply, which that's why that market was so fast and furious. And then both in Georgia and South Carolina were very close to the national average of 4 months of standing inventory. So if no other house came on the market, no other buyer entered the market, it would take about 4 months to sell everything currently on the market. So what we love to see as a realtor is equity. Real estate is a vehicle to grow wealth. And so we can see that since 2012, which was really the lowest point of the housing bubble or crisis, where you got really your money stretched very far in 2012, we have seen an increase in home equity prices. And so again, it is predicted that that number increase again for 2025. And what does that mean? It means that the net worth of a person who owns a home versus one that person that rents it is substantially more. So it is estimated in 24 that the net worth of a homeowner was about $405,000 more than one of a tenant. So all the more reason to invest in real estate. So what does this mean to us? It means that we're going to have an increase of the total number of homes sold for 25, that we may continue to see an increase in home prices. Mortgage rates again are going to be floating right around that 6%. And we're hoping that we're going to see again a continued job growth of nearly 2 million. So I think that this is going to be a robust year in real estate. If life is blowing you a little bit of change, again, that's really what motivates us to move, a new family member or maybe a job change, that sort of thing. If that is happening to you for 2025, I would love the opportunity to hear your story. Give me a call. I've been in the business for 31 years, and I would love to have the opportunity to work with you in getting you sold or moved in Georgia or the upstate of South Carolina. I hope everybody has a wonderful day. Thank you so much for watching my video.